Hey, in this video, we're going to do number 11. Let me check here. Yep, number 11 through 22. We're going to go pretty quick, but feel free to rewind the video, okay? And then you can kind of get more practice with each one. I just realized that those other videos I did were kind of cheesy, but probably so is this one. I don't know if this is my thing or not, but hey, maybe if it helps, whatever, right? Multiply this. This is called the distributive property. When you do that, it ends up taking, and you're going to go 5v squared multiplied by 4v, and then we're going to go plus, it's going to be 5v multiplied by a negative 2, v squared multiplied by a negative 2. Okay, so this will actually turn into 20v, and then what you got to do is take the exponent on this one and combine it with the exponent on this one, because then it will become v to the third. And then you go minus, because it's going to be a negative times a positive, becomes a negative 10. 2 times 5 is 10. And then v squared just gets tagged along for the ride. That looks just like our answer up there. Yay. Okay, same thing over here. We almost don't need to do this one also, because you're just doing the same thing. You're multiplying. So I'm just going to rewrite negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. And then we're going to do n times n. N times n is n squared. Okay, so then we're going to take 4n and multiply it by negative 3 also. So that's a positive times a negative. Turns into a negative, which we'll call it a minus. 4 times 3 is 12. And then n gets tagged along for the ride from that 4n right there. Does that look like that one right there? Notice the red little stars. That helps us out. Okay, next. Let's do the next two, 13 and 14, okay? Number 13 here, you're going to take negative 2. This one's not too bad. Most of us got this on the actual test also. Multiply. Okay, all that does is it changes the signs, and you can see how it turns into negative 6. And negative 2 times negative 5 turns into positive 10. Negative 2 times negative 3 turns into positive 6. Okay, so there's our final answer. Okay, this one, same exact thing. We're going multiply 3 times. It's the distributive property. Okay, so then we're going to take negative 6 times, and we see that we get this term right here because n times n squared becomes n to the third. This is kind of like n to the 1 right here. Okay, so you add 2 plus 1 is n to the third. Okay, same thing over here. N times n for this term multiplied by this one will become n squared. And you'll take negative 6 times negative 48, negative 8, and you'll get 48n squared. Okay, next, take this term out here, multiply it by negative 4, and you get 6 times 4 is 24. And a negative times a negative is a positive. And the n from the 6n right here, the negative 6n, gets tagged along for the ride. So that's our final answer on that one. Okay, keeping going here. Let's see, number 15 and 16. Okay, this is the first time we're going to use you can use either the FOIL method, or you can use double distributing method, or you can even use a box if you like to use the box method. Okay, so for this one, how about I use the box for this one? Okay, so for this one, we're going to go 2x plus 1. And we're going to say x plus 3 down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply each of the pieces inside there. All right? So that means that we're going to take 2x times x on this two sides. That just becomes 2x squared. And this becomes 1 times x, which is 1x. Whoa. So we'll just call it x. Sure, 1x. 2 times 3 is 6x, and then on this one we take 1 multiplied by 3, and that's just 3. Okay, combine your like terms, which means put this piece together with this piece, because they are both x's. Now remember, like terms means that they have the same variables raised to the same exponents. So I rewrite it as 2x squared, no friends for that one to go together with. So this one is 6x plus 1x is 7x, and then plus 3 gets tagged along for the red. Does that look like? Yep. Yay, checks out. Okay, same exact thing over here, but I'm going to use the double distributing method. which means I take 3p, and I'm going to multiply this over here, multiply, and multiply. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it like this, 5p plus 4. So I do a little multiplying. Then I'm going to take this and multiply here and here. Essentially, this is the FOIL method. Firsts, outers, inners, lasts. Okay, so we're going to go plus 5 multiplied by 5p plus 4. Do you have to show this step? No. You could just jump to writing down your terms after you've multiplied. But I'm going to show that this is really just the distributive method. Okay, so 3p times 5p is 15. P squared, you got to keep the p squared on there. 3p times 4 is plus 12p. Okay, 3p, wait, well, we're done with this. This is multiply and multiply. And then here we're going to go multiply. Whoa. Multiply, all right. So this is now plus 25p, and 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, combine your like terms. This piece can go together with this piece. Okay, so we rewrite it as 15p squared, and 12 can go together with 25, so we say that's plus 27. P, notice we are not combining the variables. The variables stay the same when you combine like terms. Plus 20. All right, yay. Sounds good. Next. Okay, same thing over here. You can use the box method. You can use double distributing method. I'm going to use FOIL on this one. F-O-I-L. Okay, firsts are these ones. Okay, so that means I take negative 7a multiplied by, I'm going to not show that much work. How about we're just going to take negative 7a times negative 5a. That turns into 35. A times a is a squared. Okay, plus O. O means outers, which is this one and this one. Okay, so negative 7 times negative 5. Negative times negative is positive, and it turns into 35a. Okay, so then I do my inners, and my inners will be these ones right here. This one combined with this one multiplied. 7 times a negative 5 is going to be a minus 35a. And 7 times a negative 5 becomes, so that's my last two terms. The last terms are this one and this one. And it's 7 times negative 5, minus 35. Okay, now I combine like terms. This one can go together with this one. What is 35a minus 35a? 0. So we say 35a squared, and then we say minus this piece over here. We can skip writing plus 0 down. And that's my final answer. You can kind of see that one up above. That's our answer. Okay, next one, number 18. We're going to go multiply, multiply, multiply. This is the double distributing method. And then next I'm going to go multiply, multiply, and then also multiply a third time. So it's a total of 6 terms. You can use the double distributing method, or you can use the box method. But on this one, you would want to make a 2 by 3 box if you were going to make a 2 by 3, because it's 2 here and 3 terms over here. So you'd have to do a 2 by 3 box. All right, so we're going to take 4n multiplied by 5n squared. That's a total of 20. So right here, 4 times 5 is 20. N times n squared. So n times n squared is times n squared is really n to the third, because you have 1 and then 2 of them. And you're going to combine them. And so you go n to the third. Okay, then we do 4n times 4n, which is plus 16n squared. And then we keep going, and we just keep writing these terms out. This is our last ones. And we go minus 20n. And then we do the inner 2 terms here, and we just keep going and writing all these 6 terms out. We go minus 15n squared. And then we do minus 3. So it'd be minus 12n. And then the last ones are plus